BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. Here with a book haul video. Now I ordered these books sort of just before Christmas, and then I was told that they wouldn't be sending them out till the end of January, so it's been a while since I've done a book haul video. But anyway, I've got 30 books arrived in a box yesterday. So I'm going to split it into 3 videos so that there's 10 books in each one, because obviously 30 books in one video is going to take forever. But anyway, most of these books are from Pen & Sword History, or Air World, or Frontline, or Key Publishing. So I shall let you know which ones when we get to them. But anyway, let's get on, because I haven't done one of these videos for a while. Right, the first book I've got is called A Dark History of Gin. I think I read a book about gin not so long ago, but apparently it wasn't. It was just a history of gin rather than the dark history. This is written by Mark Rendell. Published by Pen & Sword Books, and it's priced at £20. From the back of the book, the story of one of the nation's favourite alcoholic drinks. Gin is famously associated with tales of bathtub gin in the Georgian era heyday, when clean water was not readily available and the spirit would be distilled at home. Brings out the dark side of gin, the lesser-known version of gin's history, as well as the tales of sinister, sad or criminal behaviour. Emphasis on gin as a British phenomenon, but also looks to our American cousins and their story of prohibition and cocktails. So it's probably quite an interesting one about criminal behaviour and that sort of thing involving gin. And on the back it's got that famous picture. I'm not sure what it is. I should have looked first, really, but I really do enjoy that picture with the woman carelessly, clearly drunk out of her mind, and her child rolling out of her arms. Right, all the link for all these books will be down below this video, so if you fancy a copy, then you can feel free to order one. And if you follow the links, you'll often find that the prices of the books are cheaper from those links as well. So grab yourself a bargain whilst you can. And also I have a bit of the end of a cold, so if I sound a bit nasal or coffee, that'll be why. The next book is Military Air Power in Europe, Preparing for War. A study of European nations' air forces leading up to 1939. And that's written by Norman Ridley, who does write quite a bit on World War II. I think the last book I read of his was about the use of radar during World War II. So this is obviously about air forces during or in the lead up to the Second World War. I'll read you the first paragraph on the inlay. The First World War had seen the mechanism or the mechanization of warfare. Battlefronts had become immobilized in the grip of machine guns and heavy artillery, leading to slaughter on an unprecedented scale. The end of the war saw exhausted governments extricating themselves from the carnage. But some leaders were concerned that sooner or later another major war would follow. As France's Marshal Foch put it, the Treaty of Versailles was only a 20-year truce. The overriding concern was to find ways in future of avoiding the kind of static battlefronts that had consumed so many in such futile efforts during the First World War. And so then it goes on to talk about various countries' air forces and that sort of thing, and how well people were equipped or not equipped. Oh, that is by Air World Books, which is part of the Pen and Sword umbrella, and that's £25. The next book is called Bomber Command, Churchill's Greatest Triumph, written by Roddy Mackenzie, published by Air World again and priced at £25. And then there's some quotes on the back. Bomber Command is a tour de force. It is simply a masterpiece of reflection, anecdotes and history. There's so much here I didn't know and thought I knew a lot. Future generations will read this book as well as they should. Or as well they should. Another quote, Roddy Mackenzie explores the personal dimensions of Bomber Command and its legacy. It brings much needed understanding to the unfairly maligned crews that enabled Churchill and the Allies to achieve historic victory in the Second World War. That looks like a decent read. Right, the next book is we're changing subject quite drastically, and a book probably quite a few of my viewers will enjoy. And this book is called The Woodville Women. The Woodville Women. 100 Years of Plantagenet and Tudor History, written by Sarah J. Hodder. Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £20. So click on the link, get yourself a bargain. The story of 3 generations of Woodville women. Elizabeth Woodville, Elizabeth of York and Elizabeth Grey. A family journey through 100 years of Plantagenet and Tudor history. The Woodville women, 2 queens and 1 countess, spent much of their lives within the royal courts. Their story is one full of intrigue, excitement and danger. All 3 women showed remarkable resilience, strength and courage throughout their personal lives and unique positions in court. They played a key role through the reigns of some of England's most infamous kings, Edward, Richard and Henry, representing a period of turbulence, war and eventual peace. So that's the Woodville Women. Back again to the World War II. This book, I fear, is going to be heavy. Or heavy, not heavy, but, complicated. This is called Hitler's Trojan Horse, The Fall of Abwehr, written by Nigel West. Published by Frontline Books and priced at £25. Now, the reason I said this might be a bit heavy is because I've read quite a few Nigel West books, and he's obviously an expert on espionage, things like MFI, GCHQ, that sort of thing, foreign intelligence and secrecy and that sort of thing. But the thing is, he's very detailed and comprehensive in his writing, and so you get everything laid out in the pages in the book, and he must produce the most words per page or chapter or book even that I've read for a while, because it's just a really comprehensive read. But it's always a good read, and I do enjoy reading his books. It's just that some of them can be very quite heavy and complicated. So that's Hitler's Trojan Horse, The Fall of the Abwehr. Right, the next one is called Pandemic Obsession. How they feature in our popular culture, written by Stephen Basteo. Now, I've read quite a number of his books, Stephen's, and they're quite good, quite interesting. Often writes about sort of off-the-wall subjects, and you've got the pandemic obsession here. This is published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £20. Accounts of the Athenian Plague, Antoine Plague and the Plague of Justinian, Black Death, and the Great Plague. Reproductions of Plague in Fine Art. Contains several works of pandemic fiction by Daniel Defoe, Mary Shelley, William Harrison Ainsworth, G.W.M. Reynolds, and Jack London. Richly illustrated with images from rare books, medical treatises, novels, newspapers, and penny dreadfuls. So, it might be quite good. Or it should be. I shouldn't say might, but. And the quote. Now I'll read you the first paragraph from the inside cover. Throughout history, humankind has faced a number of deadly pandemics, and such diseases have left their mark in history. Books, fine art, novels, life writing, and newspapers. This book collects together writings from across the centuries which illuminate people's experiences with plagues and pandemics, from ancient Greece, and then so on and so on. And a reason why I stopped there is because there's a load of complicated names for various diseases and pandemics, which I don't really want to try and butcher or pronounce. But anyway, you get the idea. That's Pandemic Obsession. How they feature in our popular culture by Stephen Basteo. Published by Pen and Sword Books. Priced at £20. Right, the next book is called The Pirate Who Stole Scotland. William Dampier and the Creation of the United Kingdom. Written by Leon Hopkins. Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £25. This is the story of William Dampier, pirate, explorer, groundbreaking author, master navigator, and natural historian. Delves into Dampier's relations, often stormy, with thugs, criminals, admirals, financiers, merchants, scientists, politicians, and courtiers. Reveals how Dampier was instrumental in persuading Scotland to give up its independence and accept an Act of Union in 1707. Includes adventures that have inspired the likes of Daniel Defoe, Jonathan Swift, James Cook, Horatio Nelson, and Charles Darwin. That sounds quite interesting, that one. The Pirate of Scotland. Right, the last hard book of this video. The Poppy Lady. The story of Madame Anna Guerin and the Remembrance Poppy, written by Heather Ann Johnson. Describes with unseen photographs how a young Frenchwoman's life evolved to persuade World War I allies to adopt her Flanders Poppy Day idea. Documents how she regaled across American states for her fundraising prowess during the Great War years and beyond. Researches how the Poppy Lady of France deserved to be christened that by the powerful American Legion. Sets out contemporary newspapers reveal the evidence to prove this woman deserves the title of originator of the Flanders Poppy Day. And that is published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £25. The Poppy Lady. Right, the last two books are about, they're both softbacks. A small book, The Paras in Afghanistan, published by Key Publishing, written by Craig Allen, and priced at $15.99. This looks at the workings and lives of the paras who took part in Afghanistan. Lots of pictures and supported by plenty of detail. And then the second one is a similar one, The Junkers Ju-88, written by Malcolm V. Lowe, published by Key Publishing, and again priced at $15.99, and looks at the a highly illustrated book that looks at the Junkers 88, one of the Luftwaffe's main planes, and it'll be a really interesting book. You might remember I did the book about the Vulcan, which was quite interesting and detailed, but it's kind of one of those small books, this and the previous book, one of those small books that concentrates on the real detail of one particular machine or aircraft or something like that, and gives you it in a nice, easy to read format. And there we go, that's the first video of 3 in my little book haul. So the next book haul I shall film hopefully this afternoon, and will be out obviously after this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Remember to click on the link below this video if you fancy any of the books, and you should be able to get it at a cheaper price as well through that link. If you've got any comments to leave, please feel free to do so. I welcome all comments, and will happily reply to anyone with any questions as well. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me in my cold and stuffed up nose. But have a great day for everyone, and I shall see you very soon. Thank you.